2.5 men. This series will be cancelled. It was? Oh, was it? Yes. No, but deleted from the cloud, from databases, in the from storage facilities, because attitudes are changing. I was thinking about this when reading in The Economist the piece on Russell Brand, comedian, British comedian, who has been in the center of yet another scandal. He's accused of rape and other charges. This was a couple of days ago. There was this woman who said he exposed himself to her. And the article in The Economist is, wait, looking at this fella, but also at what he represents and what was happening in comedy and culture not very long ago. In fact, they give some timelines, and as late as, I don't know, 10 years ago, he was being praised, this Russell fellow, this celebrity. The leader of the opposition, Ed Miliband, contemplated being on his show, was on his show, something like a radio show. He made a joke, but the article is excellent, as it almost always is the case with The Economist. In highlighting that he wasn't the only one, that was the idea. British and other societies were sexist, misogynistic. The Sun only abandoned its third-page nude, or semi, it wasn't really the girl on the third page, some, 5 years ago or so. And the jokes of this Brand individual, who called Andrew Sachs, who is marvelous in 40 Towers, the best comedy series I know, but which will also probably register some shaking and some backlash on some levels. One being cruelty against Manuel. So Andrew Sachs, Manuel, in the series, was called by Brand to tell him that he has sex with his granddaughter or something like that and then this was put on the air. He don't joke on a show, or a comedy act was something along the lines of I'm all in, or I prefer blowjob with a mascara on, or something. So, but then he wasn't the only one. That's maybe we recognize this attitude in 2.5 Men in places. So The Economist looks at it was Batchel at apparently the most popular British comedy 10 years ago or so, at the beginning of the century, Little Britain. And I must say, I was thrilled. I laughed out of the chair. So I'm from that atrocious age. Yes. And looks at Vicky Polar, or whatever the name was a character that was, I don't, not a role model, but was cherished by cruelty to animals. Moths, they need to be extinguished. So that's the dilemma there. I mean, you have to be ideally Buddhist in attitude. Don't kill anything. Indeed, when I found a spider, I pick it up. But what about moths? I mean, eventually, we can't go out of the house nude, no clothes, no textiles, nothing. So, Little Britain was really hard on something. Yeah, perhaps to conclude and say at least those 6 words about Two and a Half Men. Two and a Half Men has its terrible segments, but I enjoyed it, I must say. When it was with Charlie Sheen, or this other guy, I mean, I can't see him in anything. And he did something confirming my thin slicing attitude, the blink, the 2 seconds and get an opinion. Because he wrote with his Mila Kunis, a letter in support of the guy who was found guilty and sentenced for, I don't know, 20 years for rape. An actor, Matheson or something.